quite powerful and getting about, but he had to think his way when he was a player everywhere. He had to think 3 or 4 moves ahead. Some players are more natural. He had to think his way through. It's a bit like Steve Bruce. He couldn't run as a centre half, but good manager has to think his way through things. So he's like that as a manager. Now he's taken it on board. He can see things, he implements them. And when I seen him at Hibs, when he turned that team and used what he had there in a powerful side, understanding what he had there, changing for his philosophy before, and making him a good side. Then come to Celtic and have the bravery to go, I need to change it a bit, and doing it. So he's having a great journey as a manager.
I mean, he was on a hiding to nothing last year when he came back in, because if he hadn't completed that treble again last year,
absolutely,
all sorts of questions would have been asked.
Listen, before we go any further, win, lose or draw today, Neil Lennon's is a great manager and will continue to be one. And Chris is right. There'll be an element of unfair criticism levelled at whoever loses this game. No, when he took over the job last year, everybody seemed it was an automatic thing for Celtic to continue and win that league. He had everything to lose, in my opinion, everything to lose and not a lot to gain.
Scott Brown again is his leader. You heard what he said about him in that interview. He's not playing just because he's Scott Brown, he says. Not anymore. He's still delivering for him, as he did midweek, that late goal. You can just sense on a day like this he takes control of his team.
Yeah, without doubt. I think Ali touched upon about the importance of trying to get in about him if you're a Rangers midfielder today, because he does drive them. He actually gets them ticking in the middle of the park, and when they're not playing particularly well, he's in go down as a great drives people like Billy McNeil, John Gregg. They are greats because they push the whole club along with discipline, standards, winning mentality. It drags people and makes sure everybody who comes to the club understands what the club's all about. So he'll be known as one of the greats.
Yeah. I think you've said for a while, Chris, that at some point it's going to come to an end for Scott Brown. But I was going to take a break, but please on you go.
When you get to about 30 as a player sometimes, when you're 29, if you had a bad game, you just had a bad game. Once you get to 30, people say his legs have gone, and I think he believed that for a while. See, just get back to the training ground. Are you still doing the same things at 23, 24? Right, continue playing then. Don't listen to what people say and this wee thing in your head saying, I'm 30 so I might be losing. No, he's went on, he's now believing. He's actually quite proud of his age now.
Yeah.
There comes a point where you actually get proud of playing at that standard when you get 34, 35.
I also think, Gordon, there's a fear. The older you get, there's a fear of having to stop that keeps you going as well. I remember when we went down to Kilmarnock, I just wanted to play. I wanted to keep going for as long as I possibly could.
Yeah, and you should have backed in.
I probably should have to a certain degree. There'll be an element of the Kilmarnock support would agree with that, of Scottish football support, but anyway. But there's an element you just want to keep going. You think, and age doesn't become, it's just a number. It's not a barrier anymore. And Scott Brown's doing that.
Yeah, I get that fear every time I go on here with you guys. The 2019 Betfred Cup final, how Stephen Gerrard would love that. And he's with Emma Dodds right now.
Well, Stephen, 2 changes for you today. Stephen Davis hasn't made it. How close was he today?
No, I had no chance. He's got a calf problem. He'll probably miss 2-3 games from it. So, unfortunately, he wasn't available for selection. And Barisic has pulled through in great form, so that one was a no-brainer.
And how crucial is Barisic's return to the way you want to play this game today?
Yeah, that's the way we play. We want to be positive in them areas. We've got 2 excellent crosses of the ball in Tav and Borna, and we've had a lot of joy from it against top opposition. So, without giving too much away, we want to try and get quality from the sides, and Borna plays a big part of that.
There's been a lot of talk in the build-up to this match. Is that a quiet dressing room in there, or is it a noisy dressing room? What's the sense amongst the players?
You know what dressing rooms are like now. They have this music on blasting. It's like a nightclub in there. But I'm sure they'll give me their eyes and their attention when I need it. And they're looking forward to it. They're in a good place, and they need to just go and grasp it now.
Obviously a very different scenario here. It is a cup final. But what have you learned from previous Old Firm encounters that you've been involved with?
Well, I think it's important. You've got to defend well, first and foremost. Celtic have got good players, especially the front four. You've got good movements, good technical players. So it's important that we try and nullify their threats. And when the game presents itself for us to go and show how good we are from an attacking point of view, we need to go and execute. And we've got good players as well. It's important we play the game rather than the occasion. And yes, it's an Old Firm. It's a tough match, big challenge. But we have to remember we have to bring the best Rangers today if we want to win this cup. And
since we spoke to you midweek, news of a contract extension, when do you hope to have that one signed?
It's not important right now. All our attention's on this next 90 minutes and beyond if needed. I'll speak to you when needed on that one.
Thanks very much, all the best.
contract chat for another day maybe. He said he needs his best Rangers. Well, he doesn't have Stephen Davis. He's out for at least 2 or 3 weeks with a foot injury. Let's talk about someone who is playing and potentially a match winner for Rangers. Alfredo Morelos, still to go score against Celtic, as everyone keeps on reminding him, Ali.
Score against Celtic.
Okay, focus back on Celtic now. Here is their manager, Neil Lennon, with Emma.
Well, Neil, 4 changes to your side today. Edward is on the bench. How close was he to starting this one today?
I'm not sure. I mean, he trained on Friday. He came in yesterday and said he just didn't feel comfortable enough in himself to start the game, so we had to make that decision. We got him on the bench, and he's, quite happy about coming on and making a contribution as the game goes on.
A lot of the players in that dressing room have been here before. They've won trophies. Do you have a lot to say to them in the dressing room before a match like this, or is it all done?
It's all done, and then they take over. Might give them a few words of, motivation or confidence before they go out there, but the majority of them have been here and done it before, so it's nice and calm in there at the minute, as you can imagine.
That said, do you feel with the additions that you made that this side is stronger than the Celtic side that delivered those 2 trophies under your tenure here last season?
The team at the end of the season, yeah, I think we're stronger, yeah. I think we're more powerful. I think we're scoring a lot of goals, a lot more goals. I think there's more intent to our play, a lot more penetration, but we're going to need all of that today again.
What would it mean to you to get this League Cup trophy in the bag?
It's not about me, honestly. I've had my time as a player. It would tick off a nice box in terms of domestic trophies as a manager, but for me it's about the players and going for 10 and 10 major trophies in a row.
Enjoy it today.
Cheers, thanks.
Thank you.
If you have just joined us, of course it's not ideal for him to lose Odsonne Edouard. How does it change the dynamic of the Celtic team with Lewis Morgan up top?
It changes it massively. I have to say I was a little bit surprised, Neil, saying that Odsonne Edouard went to him and said he didn't feel quite ready. Either you're fit or you're not fit. I have to say I'm surprised at that.
He did say during the week, though, he wouldn't take a risk, so he wanted to know if he was available and fit.
But in these type of games, you're fit or you're not fit. If you got a niggle, sit out the game.
So Chris is right. How long does a niggle last?